Hello my dear friends and welcome to my channel. Don't forget to make yourself a cup of tea because today we have very interesting stories and one of them is a story about an entitled mother who lied to everyone about her kid to get her way to the spa and she didn't care about how dangerous that was for kid. Please subscribe if you haven't and I hope you'll enjoy it. So, some context. Because of this pandemic, two families within my family's friend group are unable to leave their houses due to one or more of them being immune compromised. One of the families, A, gets groceries delivered to their house, but sometimes my mom and I will go buy stuff for them. But the other family, B, which only consists of two people, don't go through as much food and they had a ton saved up. So when they need something my mom and I will go to buy it for them. This story is about family B. Last week my mom sent me to the store to not only pick up shopping for our family, but for family B too. One of the items on the list was hand sanitizer, and because some people are crazy they will do anything to get the sanitizer. I went into the store, fully expecting there not to be any left, but was able to find some, albeit small bottles, of hand sanitizer. Now, the sign said 1 bottle per household, and I had asked a store employee if it would be alright if I got 2, one for my family and one for family B. I got the okay and continued to shop. As I was looking for bagels, the bread section was torn apart and things were literally everywhere. This woman, EM, comes up to me and taps me on the shoulder. B, somewhat freaked out as I didn't see her come up behind me. Sorry, I'll move in a bit. EM. Why do you have 2 bottles of hand sanitizer in your cart? It's 1 per family. Me. I'm shopping for 2 families right now. I find the bagels I was looking for, put them in my cart, then get started on getting the shopping for family B, walking away from the EM as I pulled up the list. EM. Hey. She grabs me by the shoulders and yanks me away from my cart. You can't have 2 bottles of hand sanitizer. It's 1 per family. Me. Shaken up as I don't like being grabbed by strangers, and I said. I'm shopping for 2 families. The EM looks at my cart and scoffs. She reaches in and grabs one of the bottles of hand sanitizer. EM. Like hell you are. I need this for my family and there's none left. So I'll just be taking this. I grab her arm and yank the bottle from her grasp, put it back in my cart and start walking off. EM. Stop her. She just stole from me. Thief. Someone stop her. A store employee stops me and asks what happened. EM, that child, pointing at me, is taking 2 bottles of hand sanitizer for 1 family. And there's none left and I need 1. Me, first off, I'm not a child. Second off, I'm shopping for a family friend who can't leave their house due to a compromised immune system. The store employee, SE, sighs. SE. Okay. Ma'am, referring to me, you can go. Sorry for the inconvenience. I leave but as I am, I hear the entitled mother yelling and berating the store employee. I finished shopping and left the store. Family B was very happy to finally have some hand sanitizer, and so was my mom. I'm curious about how this woman totally violated social distancing by grabbing OP. Ironic that she was so concerned about getting hand sanitizer to prevent COVID that she actually could have exposed herself to this by not social distancing. So I'm an instructor at a surf school. I have too many entitled parent stories to count just from surf school, but this one happened just today and I thought the sub would like it. The surf school office is on the beach and the first half of the first lesson is taught in the office, then we go out to the sea because of surfing. I teach people ages 5 and over, but they need to at the very least be able to swim, for obvious reasons. If they can't swim, they can't be in the ocean, simple as. With this in mind, we require a certificate of swimming proficiency on enrollment. The certificate is done by most schools and local swimming pools, totally free, and they basically say this student is capable of swimming X amount of meters. The minimum requirement is that they have a certificate, but we prefer it to be at least 25 meters. The signup is done online. The parent inputs the child's name and DOB and a scan of their swimming certificate, and then they book and pay for a time and date of the lesson they'd like. The first lesson is free, so some just do 1 lesson, while some start with a bunch of them, as if you book 5 or 10 lessons you get a discount overall. The way it works out is if you book 5 then 2 are free, and if you book 10 then 4 are free, so it's a pretty good deal. The M booked her innocent kid, Adam, in for 5 sessions. We reviewed his details and the certificate, which said he could swim 100 meters proficiently, and everything seemed to be in order. Session 1 happens, and Adam shows up alone. He said his mum dropped him off, so we rolled with it and agreed to talk to her when she picked him up, as we advise parents to be nearby for the sessions in case the kid is somehow injured or wants to leave early. Adam was also in dry clothes, no bathing suit or wetsuit. We prefer students to bring their own wetsuit and we let them use our boards for free, but we have spare wetsuits for this exact reason, and we gave him one. Adam's birth year was listed as 2009, making him 9 or 10 years old, so we grabbed an age 9 or 10 suit, only to realize it was way too big. We kept going through wetsuits until we hit our smallest size, ages 7 or 8, which fit. We see a lot of kids who are different sizes to what the wetsuit recommends. Kids who are 5 years old wear wetsuits for 10-year-olds, and vice versa, it happens. There are usually some issues when it comes to actually getting in the water, as this is England, so it's always freezing, but most kids tough it out. Adam, however, stops. We tell him that the water is cold to start with, but he'll warm up in no time. We encourage him to go in again. He starts crying and shaking and stuttering. Adam, I can't swim. Me. Adam, buddy, what do you mean you can't swim? Your mum showed us your certificate. It says you can do your 100 meters. Adam, I don't know how. Now, it's not uncommon for us to have students who get scared. Especially the younger ones. The waves are big, the water is cold, and I've seen kids who come to us with 100-meter certificates pretend they can't swim to get out of surfing because they think we're going to force them, so when he said he couldn't swim, I didn't take it as seriously as I should have, as I'd seen his certificate. Adam, you wouldn't be here if you couldn't swim. If you won't want to go and you can sit on the beach, and I'll stay with you, but you might as well give it a go. If you really don't want to, we can talk to your mum and cancel your sessions, but there's not much of a point being here if you don't want to do anything. I phrased it nicer than this, but that was the gist. Adam seems to steel himself. He picks up his board and runs in to catch up with the others. He starts treading water behind the other kids, but he's so short that by the time they're still treading water, he's getting hit in the face with the smallest waves. Me. Adam, time to start kicking. You won't be able to reach the floor soon enough. Adam's face goes white. He turns around to look at me and opens his mouth to speak, but as he does, a large wave hit him from behind. The kid goes down, head underwater, and I see the board float a few feet forwards. I head over to the board, and in the 10 or so seconds it takes me to get over there, Adam doesn't resurface. I start to panic and grab his board, intending to help him out if he needs, and I see the strap floating a few feet away and definitely not attached to him. It's in a loop, like he's put the strap on, but either intentionally made it loose, or it didn't fit properly. I freak out because the waves weren't very strong, but Adam was very small, and dive under the surface, eyes open, to search for him. I see him about 10 feet away, struggling to put his feet on the ground. He should not be doing this, as if his feet did touch the ground, in this depth he'd still be a foot or so below the surface. I see he has his cheeks puffed out, so he'd at least managed a breath before he went under. He saw me and I gestured for him to swim up. He doesn't, just keeps trying to put his feet down. I swim over and grab him by the wrist, pull him up, put him on his board, and grab hold of the board myself so he doesn't float away. He takes a big gasp of air. He's crying, so I paddle us back to shore and sit him on the sand. Me. Adam, why didn't you swim up? Adam. I told you, I can't. That's when it hits me. Little dude literally can't swim. He's never learned. But I'd seen the certificate with my own eyes, so how the hell did he get 100-meter certificates if he can't swim? I get one of the other teachers to switch with me, and then I take Adam back to the office. I send him to get changed and pull up the certificate. It's 100% authentic, with a little holographic seal and everything, and then I see that in the bottom corner there's a year printed. 2014. When Adam would have been 5 years old. That's when it hits me. Adam, do you have a big brother? Adam, looking guilty. Yes. Me. What's his name? Adam, whispers. Adam. Me. And what's your name? Adam. Jack. Me. This is your brother's certificate, isn't it, Jack? Jack nods. Me. How old are you, Jack? Jack. 6. Me. Do you have one of these certificates? Can you swim like your big brother? Jack. No one ever taught me. I sit him in a chair and wait for the lesson to be over. In the interim I get Jack an ice cream, let him play some Space Invaders on my phone, and talk to my manager, who advises me how to talk to EM when she shows up. Another class comes and goes in the time it takes EM to arrive, an hour late. EM doesn't have the typical Karen haircut, but she does have a bob that looks like a bleached blonde helmet. Ma'am, we need to talk. EM. We can next session, I have to get home. Me. There is no next session so we will talk now. EM. What do you mean? I paid for 5 sessions. You have to give Adam all 5 sessions. Me. I know his name is Jack. EM. To Jack. You stupid little brat. You had one freaking job. Me. Seeing Jack is on the verge of tears. Ma'am, please don't. EM. Are you a single mother? No. Then don't tell me how to parent my freaking kid. Me. Ma'am, there is no need for that kind of language. We have other things to discuss. EM. Like what? Me. Why did you even bring Jack here if he couldn't swim? EM. So you could teach him, obviously. This is not a swimming class, this is a surfing class. Ability to swim comes before you even enroll. That's why we want the certificates on enrollment. EM. Well, it's not like he can get hurt, is it? Surfing boards float, everyone knows that. Me. Well, he got pushed under by a wave before he even got on the board and stayed under for way too long. His saving grace was he managed to take a breath before he got dunked. EM. Well, you should have been watching him better. You'll have to do better next time. Next time? I was right near him. The wave pulled him back. Jack cannot be in this class if he cannot swim. He shouldn't even be in the ocean if he can't swim. Take him to a pool, teach him to swim, we'll refund your lessons this year and he can enroll next summer if he still wants to. EM. Grabbing Jack by the wrist and practically dragging him to the door. I don't have time for all that. I enrolled Jack for 5 sessions, he is getting all 5 sessions. See you next week. Me. If Jack is here next week we will be forced to call the police and CPS. EM. Stops in the door and looks kind of desperate. Well, you're the cheapest summer club I can give him to. Me. We are not a summer club, we're a summer school. One with basic requirements. You knowingly falsified documents to get Jack into a school he has no business being in. What are you playing at? EM. Slowly and loudly. I am going to say this slowly so you can understand. Jack will be here next week. I will not be here. I am busy. Any issues, you wait for me. I don't see what could be so important that you'd knowingly put your child at risk. EM. Adam can swim, why can't Jack? Me. Because Jack never learned to swim. I don't know why you haven't taught him, but it's none of my business. What's my business is that you brought him here, the worst place you could have possibly left him. EM. I am a single mother. When he's in school I get time off. Now he's out of school and I need something to do with him for 6 weeks. I can't cancel my appointments, they're done weeks in advance. Then don't put him in a situation that could have so easily turned deadly. You'll have to sort out something else or bring him with you, so. EM. I can't bring a boy to the spa, it's all women. Use a freaking brain cell. Me, literally shaking in rage. So, what you're telling me is that you signed your 6-year-old up for a surfing class when he can't swim because you wanted a spa day. Are you kidding me? EM. I shouldn't have to justify myself to you. You don't know how hard it is to be a single mother. Come on Jack, we're leaving. Now. EM and Jack leave before I can call the police. I wanted to go after her, but my manager saw me and sent me home for the day. I didn't manage to catch EM, but manager said that as he had their names, address and phone number, it wouldn't be hard to report her. He said he'd call the police or NSPCC, basically CPS, and keep me updated, but I'm still angry as I type this, and it's been a few hours. Wow, how irresponsible she is. She's going to go from single mother to just single soon enough. Honestly, I hope she gets her kids taken away from her. Background. I've been boxing for 9 years, important later. So me and my friends were 16 in this story. Me. 1. Friend 1, party hoster. 2. Friend 2. 3. Friend 3. GF. Girlfriend. EK. Entitled kid. ED. Entitled dad. EM. Entitled mom. It was summer and my friend's parents were on vacation, Sandals Resort or something, so no kids allowed, and they left one home for a week and a half. One throws a party one Friday night mid-July, and it ended up being really good, almost 100 people, most of us 16 or 17. It's about 45 minutes into the party, and the majority of people are there, most drunk or high. This is when the doorbell rings. I run up to see if it is other people trying to come party. It isn't, it is two parents, probably like 30-ish, and their son, like 6. Me. Oh, hi, can I help you? EM. Well, we saw you guys were having a party. Me. Oh sorry, is it too loud? ED. No, we were wondering if our son could join you. Me. Oh, one, get over here. One. Hey, what's up? Me. They want their son to come in. One. Oh sorry, I don't think it's appropriate for him. ED. Well, we have a dinner reservation and our babysitter cancelled. Me. Hey, I just don't think he's old enough. EM. Listen, we are going to this dinner. You will be taking our son. At the time I was buzzed and couldn't keep this up. I got a GF. She went over and tried to calm them down. This is when I hear. EM. Listen here, you little jerk, you are taking care of my son. I don't care if you guys are having a party, take my son. I jump up and against better judgment say. Me. Screw you. And slam the door in their face. They continue to bang on the door. I open it and instead of saying anything they shove their kid into the house. EM. If you don't take our kid we are calling the cops. 1. Dude, what the hell? 2. Walks upstairs to the front door, he is very, very stoned. 2. Yo, what's with this kid? Me. These freaks are making us keep their kid. At this point the kid runs out back to where the majority of the people are. Me and 2 run after him. This kid is very fast and even faster compared to a drunk dude and a guy higher than the clouds. Everyone is either filming or trying to grab this kid. I grab the kid and carry him back to the door and out to the steps while he kicks and bites me. Me. Take your brat. EK. Help, he hit me. ED. What? ED lunges at me and I start punching him. For a drunk teen I'm doing okay, but he kicks me in the nuts and tries to choke me Homer Simpson style. 1 pulls him off me and pushes him out the door. 2. He didn't hit your freaking kid, you idiot. 3 runs up and he was one of the ones filming. 3. Yo, you get that kid? ED. Yes, and he hit him too. 3. No, he didn't. 3 pulls out his phone and shows the video of EK kicking me. ED, you just didn't get it on your phone. 1, but we did get you freaking choking him. 1 had one of those new doorbells that takes pictures when there is motion. 1 shows the pics. 1, you ever try crap like this again, and I'll send these pics to everyone. We slam the door and continue the party. Overall, a pretty good party. I feel like at this point in time they should have just cancelled their reservation and watched the kid themselves. Makes me wonder what other crap they've pulled on the poor guy. Well guys, that's it for today. If you end up enjoying this video please consider subscribing, and if you missed the last episode on the channel I'm gonna link it right here. The story is about an OP who was a servant for OP's controlling mother, so when he refused to do another task of hers, she kicked him out immediately. Check this out if you haven't, and I'll see you in my next video.